Hi, I'm Chef Jeff Heavey with Convivial Catering, and today we're going to be making my version of meat and cheese on rye. So the first thing you do, we're going to need to combine all of these different spices. I have a couple of tablespoons of garlic, dried garlic, a couple tablespoons of onion powder, a couple tablespoons of Italian seasonings, a couple tablespoons of paprika, a couple tablespoons of coarse ground black pepper, and then about 4 tablespoons of kosher salt. You're going to want to salt fairly heavy when you're cooking a tri-tip because of the thickness of the tri-tip. It needs to, the salt needs to be to make it into the interior of the meat. So that's what you're going to want to do. So all you're going to do is then just mix this up. Mix that rub up. And then what you would do is just rub it all over the tri-tip, which is what I did last night because I wanted it to set up overnight. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grill off the tri-tip. So now for our meat and cheese on rye, we're going to make a horseradish sauce. We're going to use about a cup of mayonnaise, about a cup of sour cream, and then we're going to use 2.5 tablespoons of prepared horseradish. So all we need to do is throw those all together in a little mixing bowl. Some mayo, a little sour cream, and we'll get our horseradish in there. And again, it's all to taste. It's only guidelines. If you want a little more kick in your horseradish sauce, then just add a little bit more prepared horseradish. Then we're just gonna mix that all up. Just throw a little bit, a dash of kosher salt in there. And then we'll have our prepared horseradish sauce for our meat and cheese on rye. So we grilled our spice rub tri-tip. We grilled it for a total of about 14 minutes. We've let it rest for 25 minutes now. And now what we need to do is cut it. And what we're going to do is actually cut it against the grain and cut it as thin as possible. And right here you can see the lines. And what you're going to want to do is cut against that. So in order to get the right size slice, we'll start by cutting it across here. Then you can see the nice medium rare temperature on the meat. Perfect. And then again, so the striations are going like that. So then we're going to cut it like this. And we're just going to cut it as thin as we possibly can. And because we cooked it to that temperature, it's still, you can actually see the moisture that's still within the meat, and that's exactly what we want. Alright, so that'll be good. We'll set that aside, and now we'll build them. Let me wipe my hands off. So we'll take our rye bread. And what we'll do is we'll take some of the horseradish sauce that we prepared earlier, and we'll just get a nice coating of that on both sides of the bread. Oh, run away. So get that going. Put a little bit more on. And then what we'll do is we'll just layer our beautifully grilled tri-tip on there. Delicious. A little sprinkle of salt to bring out the flavor. We'll get our Swiss on here. Here. And then in order to serve this for your guests, we will slice it into quarters. You can layer those out for your guests. And so there you have it. I'm Jeff the Chef with Convivial Catering, and this is my version of a meat and cheese on rye. It's a grilled tri-tip with Swiss cheese and a horseradish sauce. So eat, drink, and be merry.